All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Oops, Salakia, dropped my phone. Giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Doing this quick video on something that happened to me yesterday. I was it's a quick little story before I get to scriptures, just to show you what inspired the video. But I was going out back in my backyard, and I got two dogs, and I let my two dogs out, and I had my headphones on. I was playing some music, and I'm familiar with my backyard. It's not that big, so I just had the headphones on, playing music as I let the dogs out. And we also got some other animals in the backyard, man. Jake got chickens and stuff, so I was going out to put the chickens up at the same time. And as I'm walking out, as I just let the dogs out, and I had the music going on, like I said, as I'm walking outside, all of a sudden, like, I feel a rumble and tussling going on to my right. And then I look, and my dog, he's like a bigger sized dog breed, not super big, but he's fighting and killing a squirrel. You know, he was fighting and killing a squirrel, and basically it happened quick. I went out back, and the dog just straight up killed the squirrel right next to me. But how it inspired this video is because I had the music playing, and I couldn't see that the squirrel was getting killed right to the right of me. And it just made me spiritually think of sudden destruction, you know, because I had the music going in my headphones, and I couldn't even tell that, like, for a couple seconds, I didn't see it until I felt the grass moving, and I looked to the right, and all of a sudden my dog's killing the squirrel, man. And it made me think about how, metaphorically, you could say that squirrel could be us, or it could be anybody that's not watching for prophecies. Because sudden destruction happened to that squirrel, and at the same time, I wasn't really super paying attention to my surroundings, and I didn't notice that squirrel. So it kind of made me, like, I didn't notice, you know, my dog killing the squirrel, and he killed the squirrel pretty much instantaneously. He was just tussling with it for a little bit in his mouth, and then he like shook it, and it was dead. But it just made me think about, like, two things spiritually. It's like, well, that squirrel got caught off guard. You know, the dog hunted the squirrel and it got caught off guard. Just like these people in this world are going to get caught off guard if they're not spiritually, because they're not spiritually discerning the times. And then at the same time, me, myself, you know, shouldn't have had the music on that loud, because I didn't notice the squirrel getting killed. So that also applies, you know, to us as well. Obviously, speaking of myself, but I'm sure I speak for all of us, where there are times where you may find you're not as, you know, you got to come back to the present, as they say. You may be too in your head. And I was playing the music I couldn't really hear, and then that squirrel got, man. So it just made me, you know, I just took it as a spiritual, as a spiritual message from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai to stay watching, so that you don't get caught off guard like that squirrel, man. So I'm going to get some precepts on that. Lord willing, this is edifying. Luke 12, and I'm going to start at 54. And it says, and this is Yahushua speaking to a crowd. All right, it says real quick online, it says Yahushua speaking to the crowds gathered around him. So it says, Luke 12 and 54, and he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is. And when ye see the south wind blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass. Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time? Yea, and why even of yourselves judge ye not what is right? So basically, Yahushua is criticizing this crowd gathered with him. He's criticizing them, you know, because you can look in the sky, you can tell it's about to rain. You know, you can tell based on the different weather clues what weather's going to happen. But they couldn't spiritually discern the times that they were in. And we apply that to ourselves nowadays. Not being able to discern the time that you're in. And in this day and age, that means what? Not being able to determine, where we are in prophecy, what prophecy is coming to pass. That happens to those that are not watching and that are not spiritually discerning. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stay on our watch. We gotta watch and continue to discern the times that we're in. We know that we're at war. We're in the last stages of this war. All right. Jacob's trouble's right around the corner. Us men of the Lord, and you few sisters that, listen. Hey, the hopeful elect, we know we're getting tested. We're getting tested with our biggest trials to give us the faith we need to endure Jacob's trouble. So we're living in some heavy times, and you got to stay, you don't want to be like this crowd. You want to make sure that you're not being a hypocrite, discerning the time, the weather and everything, but you can't discern the time, which again, the time that we're in is the end. All hell's about to break loose. Judgment is coming. And also that made me think of the scripture. Damn, it just escaped my mind, but it's going to come to me in a second. But yeah, we got to discern, right? Ephesians 5 and 15. It says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." Hey, so you can say I wasn't being circumspect when I was going to my backyard real quick. Often I was moving too quick. I'm realizing a lot lately is that we all be moving too quick. Majority of the time, or at least with myself, I notice small mistakes because I'm moving too quick. Like I was going out in that backyard, I was just moving quick, just going out there to handle something, and then boom, that squirrel just died, man. And when I seen it, because normally my senses are sharp, I'm circumspect, like the scriptures say. So I got a little caught off guard because my dog was just straight killing a squirrel, and I'm like, damn, man, that's a cut to myself. Jake got to be more circumspect, even in those small situations. Just going into your backyard, but you got to be circumspect. We're living in crazy times. So again, it says, "See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil." So we're living in evil days, and we got to walk circumspectly, meaning we got to always watch our surroundings. Okay. I have a family member that's dealing with some crazy people just in her life, in that person's life. Where they live and stuff. You just got demons out here, man. We're living in the end days. The scriptures say there's spirits created for vengeance. So, hey, we're living in some crazy times. We got to be circumspect, not only watching for these prophecies, but also watching and discerning these people, man, and who you hang around and these people in this world. All right. And not only do we got to stay watchful for the prophecy and circumspect in this world, but we also got to stay watchful in our minds, most importantly. You got to stay watchful on your spirit and on your mind, because it's a spiritual warfare first and foremost. So if you're not watching your mind and you're not constantly examining yourself, then Satan could be creeping in there, man. Ephesians 6 and 11, "Put on the whole armor of God, of the Most High." All right, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." That wiles means trickery, basically. Trickery, deceit. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." So again, going back to that squirrel situation that got killed by my dog right next to me really quickly. Hey, that was a spirit. Slacky about that. I took that as a spiritual sign to stay watchful. Stay watchful for prophecies. Stay watchful on my own self, because we're wrestling not against flesh and blood. We're wrestling against principalities, man, spirits. Literally, you got to watch your mind. Not only you got to watch what you physically see in this world, but you got to watch, what you mentally see, what's going on in your mind, man. Are you staying in the spirit? I did a video a couple of days ago about being, influenced by the spirit by staying in the spirit so that you can be more aware of when, these demons are trying to mess with you. So we got to stay watchful on our mind as well as not only prophecies, but, examine yourself, make sure you're, the way you're thinking and moving in this world is pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So we just got to stay watchful, man. Yeah, man, that was just a quick video to the point. Stay watchful, stay prayed up, watch for prophecies, keep discerning the times we're in, keep moving with wisdom and with guiding your actions and decisions with the fear of the Lord. All right. And stay spiritual, stay circumspect, because we're in the end days. Yahweh Shai is soon to send his son to deliver us, man. But we got to stay on point until then. So Lord willing, this was edifying. Till the next time, shalom.